It is
Thank you so
special.
much. Thank you. I think anybody just reminds you remind me early, every time initially only because I always forget. So yeah, this is the very beautiful session of the first module and about the Natya and the Abhinaya, that is dance movement therapy, and we will try to tell you about the, you might be knowing what is dance therapy, Nritya Yoga we call it. Dance movement therapy is another name for it. Then we have something called eurythmy. Eurythmy is also movement, very slow movements through arts and the poetry and natya. So when this comes into the realm of science and healing, it becomes therapy and healing for us. And to demonstrate it, we have a beautiful Bharatnatyam dancer with us who has done immense lot of work in this field. So I welcome Miss Srimati Arundhati Shenoy. Namaste, ma'am, and thank you so much for being here. And I also thank Shobhaji for inviting her. And she is the part of Shobhaji's foundation, which is Akshar Abhyasam Anandam. So I'm really glad to introduce her to you. And yeah, so Srimati Arundhati Shenoy offers a sincere pranams to all, and she is a trained Bharatanatyam dancer for 17 plus years. She believes in learning is a continuous process. She is a former software employee, foundation. She founded Sumedha Center for Performing Arts in 2016. Sumedha Center for Performing Arts regularly performs thematic Bharatnatyam presentations for Bharatiya Kala Samskruti and Fusionatica Parivar. So these are the two organizations. Then Ekam, an Akhand Bhajan tradition, was the latest production which premiered at Muvala Savadi 2025, a classical dance event organized by Amrita Culture Trust. She believes dance is an easy way to reach the divine and strives to bring everyone closer to the divine through arts. That's true. She also volunteers for various social causes. Sorry, I have various social causes and organizations catering to intellectual and developmental disabilities. She has collaborated with Aksharam Abhyasam Anandam on multiple projects, workshops on Sri Tyagaraja's Utsav Sampradaya Kritis and Abhinaya for those, Tirupavai, the story of Goda Devi, and continues to contribute for Sri Vishnu Sahasranamam Kathābhinaya. For more information, you will find her on the Instagram. So, thank you so much, Arundhati ji. I'm so thrilled to read out your introduction. It's completely amazing the work you are doing with dance, the way you are reaching out with the people for awareness. And so I welcome Arundhati ji.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, Shambhaviji. Thank you, Shobha Akka. It's a wonderful opportunity for me to learn as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, just to give this introduction, I will definitely just take you through this particular book. This is a book which is called Performing Arts and Therapeutic Implications which is written by Tanvi Bajaj and Swasti Vohra. I will give you the name of it. This is a very beautiful book which I already had, and it's a beautiful. So how Bharatnatyam, especially how the Abhinaya, it is how it is related to therapy, healing. What are the significance of all the the mudras and whatever expressions you have, whatever. So what is the significance and why we are doing this particular session? I would like to, so from this book only,
क्या करना है उसका?
can
आप बना
somebody
के गई?
come on the mute,
आपने
please?
आपने कहा था कि वो करके रख देना.
कुछ भी नहीं करता, वो तो मैं ही उबाल गई थी। उबाल के तो मैं गई थी, तो बोलो मत।
Disha, can you be on the mute? Can everyone see my slides? So this particular this has been extracted to me with this book also. So I've tried to formulate some slides, although I won't take much time on this. So why we are doing this in dance movement therapy? So I'll just go through some of the signs. That first of all, when we initiate some kind of a dance movement therapy, or rhythmic auditory stimulations, means auditory stimulation means that rhythmic in for Parkinson, people with suffering with Parkinson, we do rhythmic auditory stimulation or deep brain stimulation. So we start with the breathing exercises first in this, so which activates your parasympathetic nerves. Now in the Vedic terminologies, parasympathetic and sympathetic is called this the the nadis which you work on. So when this is activated, that promotes relaxation, mental clarity. Pranayama is a yogic art of breath control. So usually we start with with the breathing exercises. I am talking about the dance movement therapy. Arundhati ji will talk more around it. So little bit of what is Hasta Mudras, which she will be going through it. So I'll just uh, give some of the idea about why we are doing this. So we will do some of the Hasta Mudras, and each Hasta Mudras and the Pad Mudras in the dance forms, it has a lot and lot of scientific associations with it. Swaying movements, the way you sway, the way you so give the expressions while the swaying. So these all somatic exercises emphasize the mind and body connection. These movements promote relaxation, reduce muscle tension, and improves circulation, contributing to overall physical well-being. We will also work on the head movements and the eye movements. Controlled head movements, yes, it is very controlled and very balanced head movements are done in this. Enhance neck flexibility, the awareness of the body position in space. So we will, so that's why I'm telling you that, because whatever Abhinay you will do today, please be very very aware of we are eye movements. Guiding participants through deliberate eye movements can strengthen ocular muscles and improve visual tracking abilities. Focused attention practices such as those found in yoga techniques. Scientific roots. So dance therapy mobilizes individuals' cognitive sphere, that is attention, memory, expression, emotional release, rhythmic motor coordination, visual spatial ability, as well as creative and emotional sphere. These are all these are all researches which I just have stated here. You can read those researches. I will send you on the group. Uh, Now, Maharishi Mahesh Yogi has said Indian classical dance is the most natural and complete technology for enliving the relationship between transcendental self-referral being. Vedic dance is consciousness based dance performed from the level of transcendental bliss conscious, where we engage the final levels of feeling. So, Maharshi Mahesh Yogi, I think you all know, he's a founder of, he's kind of a propagator of transcendental meditation, that is TM. So he has written immense lot of things about Om, this particular word Om. Then he has a lot of books on why dance is important for reaching those trance states, for that samadhi state. Why this is important. So it is. So that's why I just wanted to share this particular slide. So there are interesting research, and I will just share it with you without taking much time. Yeah. So basically, we will work on how today, number one, our all the body parts, then the expressions, and I know a little bit of Kathak, and I try to do try to create therapy sessions with dance and movements along for the patients and for the people with Alzheimer and Parkinson. I usually do the group sessions with the people, and it is very, very effective. So maybe we will do two things today. First, you have to internalize this particular session for yourself, but try to think how can you integrate it for others as well. I will give my this thing to now Shobhaji to speak something, and then followed by Arundhati.
Thank you, Shambhavi. So how we planned was that we will first listen to this Kathābhinaya from the Vishnu Sahasranam project, one of the slokam. It's a storytelling. And as we come in between the module 1 and module 2, module 1 is about body, the lower 3 chakras, and module 2 is about the mind or the middle chakras, where it is heart and mind. So this fits in very beautifully that dance has both body movements and also a way to express emotions. And I think in the intro, the very first intro we had, I had mentioned that, if we can take one thing as a takeaway from this course, it will be like, how can I express something without guilt or without blame? It's such a profound thing, because usually we express something either blaming our own self or somebody else if we are hurt. So when we are hurt. Now dance is a beautiful way to express things, express our hurt through the story. So we'll go through the story, and what we want you to see is how quickly the emotions change in that story and what happens to the dancer. And especially I'm working with Arundhati for so long now, and I know that whatever she does, she has to actually feel it inside her to be able to emote. I think it's there with every dancer, but those who really want to give the impact, they feel what it is and then they emote. So feeling and then expressing, both are happening. So I'm going to now share this screen, and we will watch this Kathābhinaya for some time. And after that, just note down as to um, how this entire Kathābhinaya is being done. Now let us move on to the Kathābhinaya section. Today's story is based on the 135th name, Lokadhyakshaha, the one who knows and is close to those who are in practice of dharma.
Vali, come out, let's fight again, shouted Sugriva. Vali was a mighty Vanara king, and Sugriva was his younger brother. However, due to a misunderstanding, Vali had chased Sugriva away from his kingdom after forcibly taking his wife Ruma and keeping her in captivity. Over the years, Sugriva had tried hard to fight and win over Vali, but Vali was all too powerful. Also, he had a boon which allowed him to absorb half of his opponent's strength in a duel. So, Sugriva knew that it was impossible to win over Vali fairly. But this time, he had the Lord of Ayodhya, Rama, an avatar of Mahavishnu, by his side. Having befriended the righteous Sugriva and having heard the tale of the two brothers, Rama had decided to put an end to Vali's atrocities. Hearing Sugriva's call, Vali became enraged. After all, he had just defeated and chased his brother away after beating him badly. How did Sugriva get the strength to challenge him to a feud again so soon? Tara, Vali's wife, was skeptical. She warned her husband and requested him not to go for the duel. However, Vali ignored Tara's request and furiously stomped out, determined to put an end to Sugriva. The two brothers began wrestling. Vali, using all his might, thrashed and punched Sugriva, unaware that an arrow from the invincible Rama's bow was on its way to pierce him in his heart. Unlike the previous feud, this time Rama, who was hiding behind a tree waiting to strike Vali, was able to differentiate between the two brothers who resembled each other in looks, mannerisms, and sound because of the unique garland that Sugriva was adorning. Rama made no mistake, and his arrow struck Vali in his chest, bringing him down. As he fell to the ground, Sugriva ran and held his brother's body as Rama and Lakshmana gathered around. Vali looked at Rama with a million questions in his mind. "O Rama, you are supposed to be the righteous prince of Ayodhya. Why did you strike me from behind the tree? I did not do any harm to you. I was not even aware of your presence. Isn't it adharma to kill someone from behind? Tara had warned me, but I did not listen to her. Why did you do this to me?" Rama listened patiently to Vali's cries and answered, "O Vali, you left me with no choice. You made a big mistake by abducting your brother's wife. You violated Dharma by doing this. I couldn't let this crime go unpunished. This was not a duel. This was a punishment for your crime." Hearing this, Vali realized that Rama had done nothing wrong in punishing him. He was simply upholding his dharma as the representative of the Ikshvaku dynasty. Lokadyakshaha is one who knows and is close to those who are in practice of dharma. Although Rama was aware that Vali was more capable than Sugriva in helping him defeat Ravana in a war, Rama did not choose Vali because he could not support adharma. He chose and supported Sugriva, who always followed dharma, the righteous path. Hence, he is known as Lokadyakshaha. Om Lokadyakshaya Namaha.
Were you able to see the Kathābhinaya?
Very beautiful expressions.
So,
Very beautiful.
as we saw, there are so many expressions going on. Like there was, I think Arundhati will explain more as to how she emotes the story. Just that Gayatri, who is the narrator of the story, she's not here with us, but you can observe that narration also has ups and downs. It makes it easier for us to even feel that emotion even prior to the dance portion. So thanks to both Gayatri and Arundhati. Arundhati, would you like to share some insights on this Kathābhinaya?
Yes, Akka. So I think first part is to understand the story itself. So what in the story language, if it is simple, it's easier. But when there are words like different with many meanings, we should clearly have what it actually means. So only then we can emote. So that is the first thing. That is the reason if any song or anything, if I have to emote, I need to know the exact word to word meaning, and then maybe the meanings between lines. That also should be clear. So the knowledge, more we read about a story, the background, the better I feel we can emote. So lot of reading and research goes on before emoting. So knowledge helps. And then the technical part is knowing the mudras to depict what. Say, for example, brothers. It's used with these Mayura Hasta. Actually, Shambhaviji in her presentation had shown. This is Mayura Hasta, elder brother, younger brother, male, female. So it's this mudra. Ring finger. Yes, yes. It can be together. There can be a gap. Either is fine. This is Mayura Mudra. Like it's peacock. The meaning is peacock. This would be Shikhara. Most of the time for Rama, we show bow held in his left hand. I'll do mirror image so you all can do it right. Bow. And then arrow is normally held with Katakamukham. Yes. So if you see anyone holding this, this is normally Rama, bow and arrow. Yes, two fingers, index and middle finger. Yes, yes, correct, correct. Yeah, nice. Because there are so many differences. This will be Kataka Mukham. Can be arrow, can be flower, lot of things. But if you do this one finger, beautiful. This is Hamsasya, just one finger if we do. Yeah. And many times I think these mudras are there in our daily lives. we use it without even knowing it. We say, no, this is pataka. We say thumbs up. Just now we did, right? Can we hear? Yeah, of course. Shikhara mudra. And then head movements, like we shake our head. No, that is dhutam in our Shirobheda head movement. So I feel dance, everybody is a dancer by default. It's naturally there, movement. It's just there in our body. We just use it without even realizing it. Gestures, many times. We say you know, it's there. All the movements are there in all of us, and we use it naturally. So dance is there was a saying that you dance even before you do anything else, because naturally it's there in our body. We just use it without knowing it. So I believe all of us are dancers. Okay. There are two parts. This is mostly sitting, so abhinaya. But when we have movement, full body workout, full body movement, that will involve. I think we will have to have another session where I can make all of you dance. So for this session, we'll mostly focus on the abhinaya expression part. So shall I continue with the Navarasa?
Yes, I will share the text on the chat box.
So beautiful, Arundhati ji. Beautiful expressions and beautiful mudras. And I'm trying to remember. I think
Yeah.
after the session, I will ask all the questions. Yeah, to write down. Yeah.
Sure. Because there are like by according to Natya Shastra is what we follow, written by Bharata Muni. The Natya Shastra book is the one which all the Indian classical dancers follow. It's like a manual, and it has everything from hand movements, hand gestures, to head movements, eyes, neck, eyebrows, cheeks, lips, chest. Every part of the body has been divided, and he has explained everything has been documented and written. So we will move on to Navarasa. These are the 9 emotions in dance. According to Abhinaya Darpanam, he had given only 8, but I think over time a 9th one has been added. Let us begin with the first emotion, Shringara, which is love, beauty, and attraction. This can be a romantic love between hero and heroine, or love between a devotee and the divine. In that case, it's called Bhakti Shringara. How would we show it? If you look at movies, movies are the best example for Abhinaya Natya. The heroine feeling shy, soft glances. So I would like all of you to try it. It might don't feel she has a pallu, she will like play with the sari. See if the hero is looking at her, or oh yeah. So all that is Shringara. A gentle smile and fluid body movements. Okay, it flows very gently. So if you are looking at devotee, for example, and full of love, Krishna is in front of you. You will just look at him, right? Mesmerized and full of love at him. So maybe you imagine yourself as Radha, and he's playing his flute, and you're just swaying to his beautiful flute music. So that gentle movement, that is all Shringara. Okay. Second emotion is hasya, laughter, joy, mirth. So somebody teasing, or somebody comical moments. So you would have maybe funny moments on stage, and then you will laugh. Teens, according to Natya Shastra, it starts with a gentle smile, then slowly becomes a bit bigger, full smile, then where teeth is shown, and then a big laugh, and then a belly laugh, ha 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 ha, like how a demon would laugh, right? So all those come in hasya. Third one is karuna, compassion, sorrow, and empathy. Normally, when we have karuna, it's very slow and deliberate moments. You ask for empathy or praying to someone. So you would have, please, or you're begging, can you please help me? Or you feel the pain and tears start dropping. So you would use the Hamsasya Mudra, and it starts where you tears out of your eyes. The body is dropped, like you're slouching, subdued gestures. That would be karuna, compassion. Okay. Next, fourth one is raudra, anger. So immediately your eyes will be big. With our hands, we can show this mudra. Yes, correct. Big eyes. How dare you, right? And then your body is stretched. You're about to kill someone, or you're at a war. So you use an arrow, for example. Yeah, you can use this simple one, pataka, that's to kill. So this is killing. So anger, fury, the body is in a very tight, taut position, and it's normally for battle, conflict, and aggressive body posture. Fifth one, Veera. Veera is bravery, courage, and heroism. So this one, again, the chest will be wide, confident posture. It can be Rama. It can be a king. King is normally shown with the throne, the crown on his head, and he could be wearing his shawl, draping his shawl, right? So he is hands on the waist. Confident hero. That is Veera. Next, sixth one, Bhayanaka, scared. If you are scared of someone, our body automatically shrinks, right? You move away from something, and your eyes are darting from one side to the other. You're extremely worried, scared, and trembling movements. Your whole body will be shaking. So that is Bhayanaka. Okay. Seventh one, Bhibhatsa. It's disgust, aversion, repulsion. You'll turn your head, you'll turn your whole body away. And it's distaste. You don't like something at all. And you feel like, what kind of a person is he to do that? So that is disgust, bhibhatsa. Eighth one, adbhuta, wonder, amazement, awe. You look at something and like, wow. Right? I are like wide-eyed, mouth wide open, and it's maybe something very expansive. So the body opens up. Right. Yes, correct. So many times I've seen in advertisements, like those internet Wi-Fi. Like Adbhuta. So next time you see all these expressions, you can point out those rasas. The final one, last one, is Shanta, peace. So Shanta, peace, there is no emotion. Imagine Buddha or someone in meditation at peace, yoga mudra, normally. And half closed eyes, or if you have to eyes open, then just a gentle smile and at peace. That is Shantarasa. So it's a very quick overview I gave. There are a lot of understanding that goes, but for a brief understanding, I think this has covered all the 9 rasas. So if we have to emote anytime, these body movements, these eye movements, facial movements can be used, which will be helpful to show it so that the audience understands. Because one of the slokas in Natya Shastra is Yatho hastas tatho drishtihi, Yatho drishtis tatho manaha, Yatho manas tatho bhavo, Yatho bhavas tatho rasaha. Meaning, as a dancer, where the hand goes, our eyes should go. Where the eyes go, our mind will be there, concentration will be there. When the concentration is there, we can show the expression. When we show the expression, the audience should feel the rasa. The audience as well as the dancer feels it. But there is a difference in the way dancer feels it. Dancer cannot be in the same rasa because she should be able to come out and be aware of the next part. So according to Bharata Muni, he says you should feel it, but not be totally immersed in it, because you should be aware of the whole dance as a whole and not get yourself lost and forget to do the next part. So that is the shloka from Natya Shastra.
Very beautiful, Aditi.
Wow, it was too beautiful. And I would like to share my experience. So when you did all the rasas, so Shant Ras was the last one. So when I did everything, when I showed everything, then when I was doing the Shant, I was actually vibrating, because so I mean it was actually just for 2 seconds or 3 seconds. I thought that yes, like that energy was there in the Yog Mudra. So I understood that when you actually show your emotions, so then after that you actually become shant, because you are being aware of all your emotions and you are expressing it cut to cut. So that's what. So it was very beautiful and loved it. I request everyone, if possible, just video, just do what ma'am is saying, because it is a very beautiful experience, and you can just switch on your videos as well, because this particular session is to show the confidence, to bring out the confidence, to connect. So if you don't do that, so you are not actually enjoying the session. So but that's your choice. Yeah.
Yeah, and I, the Raudra and I think Veera, in both of, or Bhayanaka, both of them had eyes wide, right? Raudra, of course, had eyes wide, and one of the other one also. Which one? you're muted, Arun.
Adbhuta.
Adbhuta. But how, I mean, even if they're wide, the expression, the body language is so different, right? I mean, till today, when you explained about, okay, facial expression and all I knew, but how the body is, what the body is doing, that when you brought it out, it was very beautiful. It was really beautiful, because it's not just the expressions, what is happening to the body. Very beautiful.
Thank you. Shall we go to the next section of the instrumental music?
Yeah.
So
I
should
will.
we play it once? So
Yes.
please listen to this music. Would you like to say about it, Akka?
Yeah. So right now, let's all listen to the music. There was a purpose with which this music was created, that I will share later once you listen. And just listen with an open mind and see what kind of, what do you feel about the music. I'll keep the screen in the share mode only. So do we want to share like at least few emotions that we felt?
Can I share?
Yes, please. Poonam, right?
Yes, Poonam.
Yes.
Yeah, ma'am, it was very beautiful. I had a headache and it was so nice. I don't know. I just felt very nice and I felt a little fresh.
Mhm.
So just by listening, and I was swaying my head, I was trying to just be there with the music. It was very nice and refreshing for me. I felt nice after listening to this. And the beats were very, it just took me into very beautiful, I forgot about my headache. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Ma'am, actually, I felt it to be a devotional music. I felt it to be like three stages of devotion. Like, first, I felt like I'm crying out, and then I felt like I reached an intense level of sadhana, and then it was like the deity revealing himself to me. I don't know if this makes sense, but that's what I felt.
Wow,
Yeah.
beautiful. Mm. Thank you, Nikita. Shruti?
So I experienced Karuna and I experienced Adbhuta, the wonder. And when the tempo sort of increased, those moments, it was like wonder for me. And before that, when it was going, there were some, what do I say? Uh, the the swaras when they were going down, like they were then that those moments I was feeling karuna. I mean,
Mm.
those are the two emotions that came up for me.
Very nice. Thank you, Shruti. So let me
So I
share.
want to share. So for me also it was little adbhutam. Very lot of questions were there, like adbhutam, as if I'm exploring something. I was dancing, although because Arundhati ji has taken the session, so I was dancing. I had my expressions and I wanted to just switch off the video and dance, but my visualization was more towards jungle, and as if I'm just going in the woods, and why I'm going, because I want to explore something. So it was more adbhut. I don't know, this is adbhut only. If I want to explore something, I want to, yeah, but it was more adbhutam, levels of adbhut rasa. Thank you so much. This was very beautiful.
So,
So,
let me.
for me, sorry, yeah, I just wanted to share. So for me also from the beginning of the music, I felt like some energy something at the third eye center, and then through the music, I was feeling like I wasn't doing it, but I was feeling like my hand gestures as ma'am had showed just before, like it was coming naturally like that in the head. And so when the music dropped, there was like silence for a few seconds, and it was like quieting down. And then when it started again, then it was like coming up from the heart, and like the energies were moving upwards like that. So I felt like this.
Thank you, Snehal. So I'm just sharing our experience. By the way, this music is created by AI, and so I gave the prompt as I wanted an Indian instrumental music, which first shows confusion, then transitions to anger, and then to grief, and then to compassion, and then to peace. That's was the input. And so when I shared it with Arundhati and Chinmayi, without telling them what prompt I gave, so then how Chinmayi felt and how Arundhati felt is also listed here. Now, I think, Arundhati, should I play it again, and would you like to show how you perceived and how you emoted?
So when I listened to this music, which Akka had sent, this is what I felt. The theme was Draupadi.
Should I do? Okay. Beautiful. It was just beautiful.
I'm speechless. It's so beautiful. I had tears in my eyes.
Yeah.
So beautiful expressions.
It was intense music. That's what I felt when I listened to it. So
I think because of the internet connection, some of the, I don't know if it was happening with everyone, but the screen was freezing for in between some. So maybe, you can try to record it and share it with us. Because I myself have not seen this. Is the first time I'm seeing Arundhati do this, and it was just yeah. There's no, it's just tears only, like the plight that Draupadi goes through. How beautifully expressed. And so coming back to our topic, so let's say when you are doing this, right, when you are emoting this, Arundhati, do you also feel that, see, at that scene where Draupadi feels that she's not heard and she's not protected by those who are supposed to protect, and so she's not heard all these feelings. So at any point in time, let's say whoever is portraying has that emotion that I have not been understood or I have not been heard. When they do like this, when they enact this, is it possible that that emotion that is there inside them will come out?
that's what I try to uh, tap into, because Draupadi went through, I hope any of us would ever have to go through. But what experience I might have had, which made me extremely upset or sad, is what I try to remember and try to express. Or something which you are angry on someone and they are really upsetting you, and you have to show anger at that point. If we have to show anger at something, then I try to remember a person or some situation which made me angry. Then it is easier to emote. So whenever any story comes up and I have to emote, I try to like remember situations. I experience that. Or some places, like I literally had was extremely sad, or had tears in my eyes. Then Karna, when he had, I was just thinking about Karna, how he would have felt the day before of the final, day of the war, just before he had to face Arjuna. Maybe if he was thinking about everyone who betrayed him right from the beginning, from his mother had reasons, but still he was given away, and like it's like, huh, if my own family didn't take care of, then why would anyone else be on my side? Why should I even bother about being on the right side when I wasn't uh, being supported? So if I were to emote that, then I just thought of an example where, huh, as a female member of the family, we work, but there is no appreciation. What a waste, that kind of if I think, then it's easier for me to show.
Yeah.
So that is where those examples is where I try to get, and then the expression comes. This is like my experience.
Yeah. So for you to be in that role, you have to first think about some situation that you have experienced similar to that situation, and then you start, right? But once you do it, after that, what happens? Like, after that, do you feel a release kind of because you are expressing?
Yes, definitely. I think just now after doing Draupadi, every time I have done, I have tears in my eyes, and it feels relaxing actually.
Yeah.
After doing it. It's like that's what dance has done for me. I think unknowingly I started off doing like I learned from 7 years, but consciously like from 35 plus when I started teaching as well, and again relearning. So what it has given is uh, release in stress. So when I'm dancing, I don't have to worry about anything, no responsibilities. So that release in tension gives a freshness to the body, to the mind. So I can go back and work, uh, it like come back to life and do the regular work and responsibilities. So I think dance has given me that. I'm very grateful for what it has given, is that it takes away all the stress and tension. Full body, I would recommend this actually. Whenever you listen to any music, just sway, just move. And if you get a chance, just get up and dance. Any movement, any dance, anything is fine. But it will help to just make you fresh and happy.
Mm. Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful. Anyone has any thoughts, questions? So when you learn dance, right? If somebody learns dance, is there a way to learn dance in a therapeutic way? Not like, not the Natya way where there is a lot of steps and all, but if it is more kind of like for music also, there is a way in which you can learn it in a therapeutic way, not the you will want to have the basics, but still you don't have to go into deep into something else which is for performance. Here, if somebody wants to express themselves using dance, what is the minimum that they should learn?
From classical point of view, is it classical dance
Yes.
point of view?
Yes.
I think I will have to do more research on this, because all the researches I have read has been from Western or freestyle dances, how they incorporate movement and then use it in therapeutic way. Classical dance as such, I'll have to do more research to find out how it can be used. I think it would be very nice to do it. Uh, so I would be very interested in exploring more and maybe helping. If it will help somebody, that would be great. So I think I'll explore more, and if I get come across anything, I would like to learn and do it actually. It would be nice.
We could make it as a curriculum, a small, like this, how this 3 months course is there. Similarly, a month course, or I don't know. I mean, it depends on what is the minimum is what I'm thinking. Like, for example, when I grew up, I don't know if anybody faced the same thing, but there was a lot of thing about women. If they dance, it was not considered. Music was okay, to sing was okay, but to dance was not. And and later on, when I had my daughters learn dance, then I came to know the profundity of what dance is like. Then it was like, so how these cultural things which come from the families, and how that also plays a big role. So but I think nowadays everybody dances for everything, so that's one thing good. But these rasa that you mentioned, yeah, one more question was like Navarasas are there, 9 rasas. So is everything that you can emote can be in one of those buckets?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So I have a question, Arundhati ji. When you dance and like you said, we cry, and this happens to me also. I love crying, especially when while dancing. I dance on Bhaj Govindam a lot because when like you said, when I and anyways I danced a lot in that, like alone I was dancing, but now with time I started understanding the meaning of it. and I understood that. Then I tried to do it with the like the Sanskrit, the way it comes. So I was like obviously I have learned only Kathak, not Bharatnatyam, but I tried to mix everything, whatever I see. I idealize Hema Malini a lot in Bharatnatyam, so I whatever mudras I see. But the problem is like when I cry, I do love it, but how long it stays with you? How come? How long it takes you to detach from that emotion? Because sometimes it doesn't make me detach. Like suppose right now also, when it all stopped, I was crying. I don't know why, because I had that disturbing when when the I had those blinks on me that the the hair were the was pulled by Dushashan. So I was feeling very disturbing at that time, and then it crossed my mind, oh, why all this happens, why this, that, and then, so even when it all stopped, it was there with me. Is it a good thing or a bad thing, and how long do you take to detach, and how do you define yourself when you're not detaching or detaching?
Um, it is like when you are emotional, you feel a lot of feeling, and it takes some time to come out of it. Uh, uh, when I dance, I am not attached to it. So that is the only way I can come out of it. That's what Bharatamuni says in his book, that the dancer should feel, but not completely that she can't emote the next part or she forgets herself in that existing state. That bhava uh, is at that moment as needed. And then you are not that character, you are something else, or your emotion is different. So you switch. I um, it has happened to me. I think like maybe it is practice, or maybe um, like I don't take it to too much to heart, and I know that it is a story. It is not real. After all, everything is maya, illusion, is what I say to make myself understand that it is something we are showing. It is something, lessons to be learned, lessons to be you know uh, taken. But ultimately, everything is not real. So I don't have to get too attached to anything. Just be in the moment, and then enjoy, experience the moment, and go to the next.
Beautiful. Yes, it's a good idea. We can, Shobhaji, we can just integrate this for more sessions,
Yes.
because it won't be completed in 3 sessions, like each module 3 sessions.
Yeah.
So I think we can integrate more.
Yeah.
Would like to have more ideas with all of you. Yeah, it's a good therapy. Anybody has questions? Anybody wants to share something?
It is something that you've already shared, which is, and what Arundhati ji was saying initially, that, what the dancer is doing is to evoke that rasa. So that's exactly what happened. Matlab, I also just had tears and tears, and I could literally feel when when you were showing the hair being pulled. I could sort of, as if I was experiencing that. So it's just so beautiful how you can evoke an emotion in someone who's just watching you. I mean, that's just so powerful. So, so very powerful. Like, and everything, even, when she was dressing up to when she was begging, each of those things sort of was reaching. So Very, very beautiful. Thank
This
you.
was really beautiful. Do somebody has to share anything, or I want to share something? Like, so I have a client who was a rape survivor, and I was working in a rehabilitation center. And she was like, when I went there, she was very dry and she was very rude to me. So whenever I said, you sing something, uh, or like all the group therapy, so she wasn't singing, and she was like very rude. How you won't know what happened, you know what? And if for everything she was giving me very rude answers. I said okay, okay, because obviously I knew uh, the whole case history. So I was trying to I wanted her to take part, but she was not taking part. And like it was like 1 hour group therapy, and then I had to take somebody else's individual therapy. So she took around 45 or 50 minutes to understand, and she was the same thing, like whenever she was singing something. And then I persuaded her, okay, can you just complete this sentence when you sing? And then so what I do was like the theater therapy, as in like whatever you sing, you have to do the abhinaya, like Arundhati ji just showed. So suppose if you are singing, so they sang something, she was a Punjabi. So she sang, Pīड़ा nu मैं सीने लावा ते मैं हसदी जावा, means like I have so much of pain in my heart and still I'm smiling. So suppose, so I said, now emote this, just try to do some posture, little bit of persuasion I did, and request ki okay, everyone is doing, so whatever they sang they have to do something. And she was like, okay, but I don't want to do, why you, okay, okay. And then again one circle finished, and then again, so she wasn't. And I was saying, because I want her to know that yes, I'm caring for her. So I know I was little, nudging, but I wanted her to do. So then 3 4 rounds and 5 6 rounds, just, and it was like 40 45 minutes, 50 minutes. And then the group session was over, and I was going for somebody else's individual session. And just she said, okay, आप मेरा नहीं देखेंगी क्या? So then I was like, I mean, so you won't, so you are neglecting me or something, like you won't see me doing something? I said, yes, please, please do that. And then she again did this, and पीड़ा नू मैं सीने लावा ते मैं हसदी, and she built this particular abhinay herself. Obviously those 50 minutes were like I was just guiding them, they were doing. And then she started crying, and that release was like 20 minutes. I couldn't go because I didn't want to leave her. I went to the session like late, and 20 minutes she cried, emotional release and release. And then she said, okay, let's take another song. So like this was the initial. I didn't know her, she didn't know me, but so this was I wanted to share that when you sing along with something, and I don't know what happens, this is beyond science, beyond anything, but this was my experience, that after this, that catharsis happened. And then the other sessions became smooth, she knew me now, and then she started. So this was a experience which I got. And because this is a healing session, so I want you to integrate some little bit of abhinay or something in your singing sessions also. Practice which you do, it's very healing, it's very, very healing. So, yeah, please, yes, Jyoti.
One question to Arundhati ji. Ma'am, when you just heard the music, how did you sort of what was the process of connecting it to each rasa or the story of Draupadi? Like, because when you were doing it, it seemed to fall in place completely. Like, not it was there was no place where it seemed forced what you were doing, you know. So how what is the process to come to sort of get there?
Initially, when I heard the music, I just listened to the music and I remembered Draupadi. That's all I remembered in the initial three parts. After that, like, the confusion, anger, grief, till there I could imagine Draupadi. After that, uh, you know, she was still in grief for me. There was no Shanta yet because that's how I felt. And I remembered another story of actually Karna, him feeling betrayed. uh, so these were the emotions I had felt. Then when Akat said what you feel you could emote in the session, then I after for that I actually sat down and I listened to it and I started practicing it. At that time, it comes in parts where the music changes, you know. So I had to plan it. It comes over time with practice and trying. Yeah, I have tried different versions. This has taken many versions of doing it, because sometimes it felt like I was breaking too soon, sometimes it felt I was falling off too soon. So I take a video of myself and then I watch it and see if the music and my action make connecting. If not, then I change it and I go back and do it. So it takes multiple iterations and then trials, and then for you to see how long can the grief be, how long can the anger and confusion be, how long should the action of pulling or like begging, asking question, asking like her own husbands, asking the king, then Bhishma and the guru, Dronacharya, all of that. Yes, many times it just falls in place. Other some places I had to redo and plan, and so it takes iterations. So best part is if we are performing anywhere, anything, we record it ourselves, or we have a guru who helps us to correct. If we are doing it ourselves, then we do is record, check it if it is making sense, because I myself am first audience for anything I do. I should feel it, I should understand it. If I don't understand myself, then I feel how will others understand. So I go back and change and try to do it again and see if it can be better. So
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, ma'am. And also, like, is it, for example, like when we heard the music and Shobhaji asked us for our reactions, so we could, I mean, each of us, whatever we shared some parts maybe of the rasa that, that was connected to the prompt that she gave to AI. But for example, you and I think Chinmay ji could actually get the exact rasas which ma'am had given instruction for. So does that also come through listening to, each the music, different musical pieces which connect to each rasa, or how does that happen? Like, how come both of you, it was very similar what both of you caught and was pretty aligned to the instructions she gave, but that didn't come to any of us? Like, we could get some parts but we couldn't get all of it.
I actually felt it was very interesting that many of you had very different emotions, and that is really very nice. AI is not necessarily, always correct. So if a human can feel something different with the same music, I feel very happy. I would actually would like to try all that you people had felt. It's, I think, possible to emote for the same music what you
I
Has
think
the
in
video
between.
frozen only for me or for
No,
everyone?
no, for
For
everyone.
everyone. For everyone.
Mm.
For everyone. I feel, it would be like, it's very interesting that I think it's from person to person, maybe our mental state, maybe how we were during the day, or overall how we are. So we get a certain emotion, but each person is so unique that they can feel very different for music. It is very interesting for me to see when somebody said, wonder. I would like to try that, Chalva. I definitely want to see, maybe I think it's possible,
It
because if I'm walking in a forest for the same music, definitely I can think of that. It's very nice. I think
and
it's
it can
beautiful.
be one thing, like Shruti, like in ragas also. Sometimes, suppose it was if the previous information which you have, like in not in dance but in music, suppose something is going on, I don't know what is going on, but I can relate to a rag which is a sad one. So maybe that's a previous information. Why I visualize now I think I visualize this as a jungle because this instrument was there in Kantara, and I just recently saw Kantara, and very beautiful this instrument was actually played there. And same when when everyone dies in that jungle only, so that it was like same, so maybe that's why. And in Kantara it's full of the jungle, lot of greenery there in that movie. So maybe first of all this instrument, so my mind visualized it, and secondly this sadness also, like exploration, the sense of wonder, because they used to go like the in the full jungle they used to go. Maybe the brain goes there because that was the last movie I watched. So and
And
yes, due
everything is right in, sorry, everything is right. There is
huh,
not like it has to be the same emotion. It does not have to be. So,
exactly, that's the power of music. It's not you can't prove anything that it has this rasa, it has, it's perception, it's hypothetical, it's perception based. What your brain is coming out with, you have no idea. Same music you will listen to, yes, tomorrow you will have a different uh, approach, you will have different emotions, rasa. So yeah, correct.
What instrument was this, ma'am?
I think it was sarangi, right? Arundhati ji, like,
So this
sorry,
is AI generated. So whatever instrument it put.
much near
Uh,
doors, yeah.
so um, I just told instrumental music, but it put. In fact, I wasn't very. I wasn't happy the way it. The prompt was not the way it reflected in the music. But when I saw Arundhati doing it today, I was just amazed. Like
Yeah,
it was,
very
it was out of
beautiful.
the world. Yeah,
But
and
if it's AI, it was very beautiful because,
yeah,
like, I didn't expect this from AI.
yeah. So I tried
It's,
one more. I said instrumental. It added some lyrics also there. I said no lyrics, but it added lyrics
I
also.
thought it is played by someone. Like, if you wouldn't have told us, so
Mm,
no, I thought some very maestro, like some maestro is
yeah,
playing that. Yeah.
yeah. Suno.com. Suno is that
Ha,
site.
Suno.ai.
Huh. It is beautiful.
Um, Thank you so much, Arundhati ji. This was a very beautiful session. It will, I think, stay in my mind for another 3 4 days, and it was amazing experience. I loved dance and the way you showed everything. It was, in fact, I would love to have another session and sessions with you. It was very beautiful. My heartiest gratitude, my I'm very thankful, and Very beautiful. I'm overwhelmed.
Thank you for having me. I
Thank you.
hope you can just incorporate anything like dance in